lovely people. Before I continue, I want to say thank you to those of you who have brought me to 400 subscribers. I do not take that lightly. 400 is quite a lot. Those of you who comment and like the videos, thank you so much. Thanks for your support. It really encourages me to continue doing this. Guys, if you have stumbled on this channel for the first time, my name is Anisi, and on this channel I share a little bit of everything with the hope that what I share will inspire one person at a time. Today's conversation is about lifestyle changes that I have made in my life as a result of learning something that I didn't expect. And I was pretty shocked because I thought that I was living a very healthy lifestyle when it comes to the foods that I ate, and also to the activities that I would get involved in, such as walking or going to the gym. But apparently maybe I wasn't too educated, I would say, and that's where I realized that sharing my experience on this matter would be very beneficial to someone, because I think so many of us, although we are educated, although we are curious, although we read a lot like myself, there are certain things that we are very unaware of, and it's okay. But awareness is key, and once we become aware, that's where we can make changes. So I always thought that diabetes was something that you just get. If it's part of your genes, it's your family have it, you just get it, and some people do and some people don't. I didn't realize that you can also get that from your lifestyle. And I'm saying that not because I am diabetic. I am not diabetic, but a recent blood work from my annual checkup showed that my A1C was quite high, almost to the border of being pre-diabetic. And did I even know there was such a thing as pre-diabetic? I just thought you are either diabetic or you are not diabetic. And the way this is measured is that this can be measured in numbers. So I think, I'm not sure, I will also write it down, from 4.6 to 5.7 A1C, you are considered in a normal range. From 5.7 to I think 6.4 or 5, you are considered pre-diabetic, and from 6.5 upwards, you are considered or diagnosed as being diabetic. And what is A1C, you may ask, and I didn't even know what that is. I would look at my blood work results every year, and I would see those things, and just because they were green and the doctor would say everything is normal, see you next year, I just thought, okay, I'm good. But then this year I looked at I really sat down with my results and I look at the numbers, and I remember I heard a friend talked about A1C, and she was saying that her A1C is not dropping. So in my blood work, I identified the A1C number, and I thought, what does that really mean? And then I looked at it and I researched, and I saw that it's a test that measures your blood glucose, your average blood glucose over a period of 2 to 3 months. So what the test really says is that how much glucose is attached to your hemoglobin for a period of 2 to 3 months, and based on the numbers, you are either considered normal range, which is healthy, or pre-diabetic range, or diabetic range. And I look at my numbers and I'm like, this is too close to being pre-diabetic. I have to do something about that. But what shocked me is that I thought that I was living a healthy lifestyle. I don't use sugar in this house. I don't drink any juice. If I buy juice, it would be probably twice a year during the summer when it's very hot. I don't, I rarely eat fast foods. If I go out, maybe I might buy a burger and some fries. I rarely eat bread. I do eat bread, but it's occasionally. I don't use flour. So I was just very shocked as to why were my numbers a little higher this time. And in hindsight, I do realize that in the beginning of the year, of this year, from December to um, maybe March, April, I was baking a lot. I had finally learned how to bake cakes. So I was baking a lot of cake. But the danger with me baking a lot of cake is that I have to eat the cake by myself. And I love cake. I love, who doesn't love the taste of sugar? So I've been baking cake and just eating cake. Bake it on a Saturday, by Thursday it would be all gone, and that was very detrimental, I think, to my health. Also, there were things that I thought were healthy and they are not healthy, such as my cereal. When I looked at the added sugar in the cereal, it was a lot. Granola, there's added sugar in those things. Even white rice, although from a plant, but it's not. It has the glycemic index of the rice is too high, and it spikes your blood sugar very quickly. So when I learned that, when I studied those things, I realized that maybe the foods that I was eating, although they were not table sugar that I was adding to my teas or to my coffees. Another thing is that my coffee, although I don't use any sugar, but I use creamers that have added sugar. And imagine drinking coffee every day with and adding these sugars for years. That's going to eventually cause you to have some health issues. And I learned, for me, I think many of us, we think that it happens suddenly, but it's death by 1,000 cuts. It's our habits, it's our lifestyle that contributes to those things. So your girl here has made a lot of lifestyle changes, especially when it comes to what I eat. And another thing I think that is one of the biggest factor is lack of activities like exercising, walking, running. I have a 9 to 5. I sometimes wake up in the morning, whatever time, 6 o'clock, get ready, jump on my computer, and I start working. The kitchen is right there. Grab some coffee, grab a banana, eat, go back and sit down, grab some food, go back and sit down, and there's no real activity going on, no exercising, nothing. And I thought that, oh, I'm slim, I'm not heavy, I don't need to exercise so much. Sometimes we associate exercise with losing weight, but it contributes to so many health benefits in our lives. So it's very, very, very important to exercise. So part of my lifestyle change involves walking at least 4 times a week for 1 hour. I read that you should exercise at least 150 minutes a week, but for me, because it's becoming so routine, and I really want to just be healthy, because your health is one of the biggest investments you can make. You don't want to save money, retire with $1 million and you are not able to enjoy it because you are not healthy. So then your number one investment should be your health. So I do work a minimum of 4 hours a week, of, yeah, 4 hours a week, 4 times a week. And yeah, also I have changed a lot of what I eat. I eat low carb foods and no sugar whatsoever. I threw away my cereal, threw away my granola, stopped using the creamers, and I have started cooking, baking without sugar. It's very difficult because I'm so used to tasting a little bit of sugar in my cakes, etc. But my palate is being developed for that, and I'm enjoying it. And I think there are so many creative ways we can enjoy our food without, eating processed foods like flour. Carbohydrates is important, but there are simple carbs and there are complex carbs. The simple carbs are the carbs that you don't want to eat, such as flour, bread, pasta. Those things are, because of their high glycemic index, meaning that they can spike your blood sugar quicker than foods like broccoli and cauliflower and carrots and sweet potatoes. Although these foods have carbohydrates, but they also have fiber, which, because of the fiber, it takes a longer period to release the sugars into your bloodstream. So yeah, so I'm just sharing this for awareness, because I think these things, they don't give you symptoms sometimes, only when it's too late. So awareness is key. That's why I advocate for getting your annual screening done, and taking your health in your own hands sometimes. For example, I asked a question about the A1C. I was like, what does this mean? And I did some research. I saw that a normal healthy person should have an A1C between 4.6 to 5.7, and above 5.7 is pre-diabetic. Mine is very close to being pre-diabetic. So what does that mean? Can this be reversed? And yes, the good thing about your A1C, if it's not yet at the level of diabetic, is that you can change that. You can lower it by changing your lifestyle. And like I said, some of the lifestyle changes you can do is incorporate exercises in your life, and also eating low carb foods. So yeah, I have been on this journey for about 1 month and 3 weeks. As you can see, your girl has already lost some pounds, 7 pounds to be exact. But like I said, I just wanted to share this for awareness, because like me, although I am an educated person, I read a lot, I am very, very curious, I am also very sharp. It may not appear this way, but I catch up very quickly. And to not know these things, to be ignorant about these things, is dangerous. I think ignorance is very dangerous, and I think we should be aware of everything when it comes to our health. When you go to the doctor, you get your blood work, look at the numbers, understand what the numbers mean, understand what the terms mean, so that you can do your own research and not wait. I mean, exercising and eating healthy should be part of our lifestyle, and we shouldn't wait for anything such as this to happen, for us to get that wake-up call. But a lot of us live in such a fast-paced society where, and we also want immediate gratification. We, instead of taking the stairs, we just want to take the elevator to the second floor. Imagine people pressing the elevator knob to go to the second floor. I always wonder about that. Just walk, just walk. But we don't want to do that. We want things very quickly, and we don't understand the consequences that these things have on our health. I looked back, I sat for a minute, and I looked back at me as a child. When I was a little girl, I lived in the village with my grandparents, and I will tell you, I live at a time where all we ate was carbohydrates, staple foods. That was our staple foods. We ate dashin, breadfruit, banana, bread. For some of us, sometimes bread was a luxury. If you didn't have bread, you would even be embarrassed. We ate bread for breakfast, bread for dinner. Everything we ate was starchy foods. That was our staple foods. And I'm looking back and I realized my grandparents never had any medical issues. My grandma never went to a doctor. My grandma never went to a doctor. My grandfather never went to a doctor. And they live long lives, long healthy lives. And I'm looking back and I realize one of the factors that contributed to that was that they live an active life. Their life was very active. They were not doing it because they thought, okay, I'm exercising. It was just part of their lifestyle. My grandfather would walk miles and miles and miles every day to go to his garden, back and forth. My grandma would do her gardening in the yard. She would walk to church, walk to her garden, walk to her friend's house, walk to the neighboring villages to see her friends. They live active lifestyle. I think that is what is lacking for many of us in these fast countries. We don't have the opportunity to live, to incorporate activities in our lives. That's why we have to make it intentional. We have to commit ourselves to it. We have to give ourselves a reason. And your reason should be, I want to grow old as a strong person, as a healthy person. I do not want to depend on medication to keep me alive. I think that my health is my greatest investment. I want to know that when I retire, I can enjoy all of the monies that I have saved. I can travel. I can spend time with my grandkids. I can spend time with my spouse, with my children, and just enjoy. But if we do not take care of our health now, I can promise you, you will have all that money saved, all that beautiful home, that car, and you won't enjoy it. So please, this video is for awareness. I was disappointed to see that my A1C was a little elevated, but looking back, it's like a wake-up call for me. It's something that say, hey, you need to pay attention. You need to change your lifestyle, or else this thing is gonna creep up and you're gonna wake up one day and you're going to be diabetic. Because I read that people who are pre-diabetic, if they do not make lifestyle changes, in 10 years they will elevate from pre-diabetic to type 2 diabetes. That's why I think that this is not just genetic, it is also lifestyle. So please, there are so many people in this world now who are pre-diabetic, and they do not know. And there are people whose numbers are very close to pre-diabetic and they do not know, and they continue to live the same lifestyle, no exercise, eating the same foods, and this is very, very serious. So yeah, that's why I'm sharing this video today, just to make you aware of certain things, because I'm sure a lot of you are not aware. Because even me, I wasn't really aware and educated on that, so please, i advocate for i advocate for your annual checkup. Get your annual checkup done yearly. Know your numbers. It's very important to know your numbers, and ask your doctor about it. Your research. Do your research. There's so much information out there. There's so much information out there. Free information. There are doctors with YouTube channel that are sharing their knowledge for free. I have learned so much from these doctors, and yeah, so I have chatted for a long time. So today we are cooking curry chicken, and I am so excited because I bought this very special pot. It's a cast iron pot. This pot is like a baby. It needs so much care. If you are watching me and you have one, please tell me how I should care this, please, because after I got it and I went through the manual, I was like, this needs too much care. I don't think I can deal with this. But I used it last week, and I love the way my meat turned out. So I'm gonna use it again. I'm gonna make some curry chicken today. Gonna put some oil. Also guys, I just want to say that I am only sharing with you my experience. This is not medical advice. I am not a doctor. I'm not a medical provider. This is not my area of expertise, but I'm sharing my experience, my story, and what I think, and yeah, I will show you the different recipes that I have created. Nothing fancy, but recently I baked muffins with oatmeal and banana and as the sugar, and it turned out so delicious. I still have some in the fridge. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can see it, but I still have some in the fridge. I baked those. This is my second time, but I will share the recipe with you for those of you who are interested, and those of you who think that you cannot bake without sugar. Yes, you can. You just have to add some substitute. I use banana as the substitute, just for a little sugar. It doesn't have much, but like I said, I am gradually developing a palate for no sugar, so it's starting to taste good. And also I put a little bit of dry cranberry, just for a little pop of sugar, but no table sugar like brown sugar or white sugar or any of those special sugars that those artificial type of sugars. No, this is strictly no sugar, and it was very delicious. So I will share that with you, and I will also share with you like the foods that I eat in one day, because I was watching a lot of videos on A1C, and people were asking, so what should I eat? What should I eat? Because I think that a lot of us think that we must have the rice, the white rice. We must have bread. We must have cereal. But because of we need the carbohydrates. But there are so many foods. I have my computer in front of me here. Let me just Let me just look at something. White flour, bread, pasta, those are considered simple carbs. And the reason they are considered simple carbs is because of they have gone through a process, you know. So because of the processing that they have gone through, the fiber has been extracted from them. And that type of carbohydrates has a very high glycemic index. So what does the high glycemic index mean? Is that high glycemic index are foods that cause rapid blood sugar spike. So example, if you should eat probably a bagel and then you test your glucose, you would see that your blood sugar is really like rapidly it went up. But like I said, I want to reiterate, this is not medical advice. This is just me sharing with you my experience, and I just feel that because I'm such a curious person, like I read a lot, and the fact that I was not really aware and knowledgeable on such subject, I feel that there are many people like me. So I just want to raise some awareness. I just want to raise the awareness. So yeah, I will share with you. Definitely my next video will be, I will bake that muffin to show you the recipe and how I do it.